Right, okay, we were both asked to pick our 23-man squad for France and England, as if we were Didier Deschamps and Gareth Southgate, although we're far more handsome to them. And if the Euros was now, right? Not next month or not in 2 months or whatever. And I think we made some interesting calls as head coaches, I would say. If we start with England, although we have the same goalkeepers, but is there any debate, do you think, on who would be the number one, or is it just Pickford all the way, do you think?
I think if we're talking from Southgate's perspective, there's no debate. I think Jordan Pickford starts as number one.
Yeah.
I think it's Pickford, Pope and Dean Henderson. But I definitely think there's a real kind of a philosophical battle between the goalkeepers, because with Pickford, he's a guy that can play at the back. He's obviously, his distribution with his feet is much better than Nick Pope.
Yeah,
we saw Nick Pope in the World Cup qualifiers that he's not comfortable with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
But I think technically Pope is a better goalkeeper. He's more likely to save.
Less mistakes in him, maybe?
Less mistakes
Although
in him.
we saw when he played that it was not perfect.
I think Pope is technically a better goalkeeper. And I think there is a mistake in Pickford, as we've seen quite a lot. But Pickford has never let England down. So Southgate has to decide whether he risks Pickford letting him down on a big occasion, or he thinks that the value of Pickford being able to, distribute the ball, becoming like the quarterback with his distribution at the back, is a bigger plus than Nick Pope. So I think he'll stick with Pickford on that basis.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I agree with you. Although, when you've got good goalkeepers like this, you can, if Pickford has a meltdown in the first game, you just don't know. You could swap.
You just lose when you don't play Pickford. You lose his quality with his feet,
Yeah,
and that's the thing. They haven't really got a replacement for that, because Pope is a different. I think if you play Nick Pope, you have to play a different way.
Yeah, probably as well.
So it's a difficult one for Southgate, but I think he'll go with the guy that has served him well, because that's what he tends to do. At
the back, we've got a lot of similar names, as you can see on the graphics. We've both got Trent Alexander-Arnold, even if we said that defensively he's still not the best in the world. However, I saw that you went with only 3 centre-backs. What, is it because do you think that Declan Rice, who last played centre-backs when he was like 12, can deputise in case there's an injury or something?
So I've gone for Harry Maguire, John Stones and Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
I just don't see there's an outstanding fourth centre-half there. I know you've gone for Conor Cody, but Declan Rice can step in there as an emergency.
He can't. At the Euros. In a pub game, yes.
Well, so can Jordan Henderson. We're talking about the
Walker.
fourth
If you tell me Walker, because
Walker as well.
Maybe. But Cody's played back 3, back 4 with Wolves. He's got a very defensive-minded coach at Wolves. He's such a great guy to have in the dressing room, always happy. He would not moan if he doesn't play a single minute. He would just be a great member in that squad. For me, I think Cody would be really good choice from Southgate.
But I just think you've got 3 options, like you say. You've got Walker, you've got Henderson, you've got Rice, who can all step in. So why waste that position, that 4 centre back, when you can actually, as we know, going forward, England have got a lot of attacking qualities. You're going to have to leave some good attacking players out. So take a chance. Gareth Southgate won't take a chance on safety. Let's be honest. But take a chance on the safety net at the back and give yourself a bit more flair and adventure going forward. Now, this is what I do. I think we both know that Gareth Southgate won't do that, because let's be honest. You've got Maddison, Grealish, Foden, and Mason Mount. He ain't going to take all 4. He might even take 3. He might just take 2.
If you
take 3 centre halves, you could take 3.
Yeah.
So,
I guess so. I still would much rather have all my centre backs there, safe. You just don't know what can happen with COVID as well. I would go for 4 centre backs, like proper ones, and I would bring Cody in.
So in midfield, we disagree as well. You've got Kalvin Phillips.
Yeah, because I just think, one, I would want to see this England team playing with a lot of intensity. And if there's one player in midfield that can dictate the pace of your game and of their game, it's him, because of how much he's learned with Bielsa, the way he plays for Leeds. And I just think that especially the long pass range is priceless in a competition like this. So I know you went with more flair players like Lingard and Grealish in your team. Grealish, I'm sorry, the injury record since the turn of the year is too much of a gamble for me to take him. Lingard, I get it, although I've got already those kind of players in my squad. So I'll go for Phillips, just because, again, you don't know what can happen to a Rice or to Henderson, and suddenly he brings you something a bit different.
Listen, I like Phillips. I think he's had a great season for Leeds, but I think you have to look at what Southgate wants from his players. You've got Henderson, Champions League regular, Declan Rice,
injured since
but I think with Henderson, you give him an extra chance because of what he brings in terms of his leadership qualities. I underestimated Henderson last season when Liverpool won the league, and I played him down as if this guy that wasn't as great as you think he is. I'm not saying he's a great player, but when he's been injured this season, Liverpool have really missed him on the pitch and off the pitch. And I think that sort of character sometimes is important, especially in the tournament. So you have to have him in. Declan Rice, you can't leave Rice out. I've left Eric Dyer out because I think Dyer's gone backwards this year, but obviously Rice has his versatility. And Jude Bellingham not only gets in the squad, he starts England's first game against Croatia because what he's done for Dortmund. He's playing Champions League every week, all season. So Kalvin Phillips has played Premier League for half a season, full season maybe at Leeds. He's not got that elite level experience that Southgate might want, but I think he'd be very unlucky to miss out. But again, fortune favours the brave, and I'm going for attacking players like Grealish, because if Grealish is fit, you're talking about...
It's a big if, though, yeah?
It is a big if, but you know, at this level of the game, as we saw in the World Cup, so many games are settled by set pieces. If you've got Jack Grealish in your team, how many free kicks will he win in the final third?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You know, and that is what wins games. You know, if he gets fouled in the final third in the last 20 minutes, you've got Alexander-Arnold who can put a free kick in. You've got Harry Kane. You've got Rashford. You've got all these players that can score free kicks. Yeah. And Grealish will win you a lot of free kicks. I think is he still the most foul player in the Premier League?
Certainly before the injury. Yeah,
he'll win a lot. Yeah. So you've got to have him in for that reason. And you know, Lingard, you can't not pick Jesse Lingard. He's on fire.
You can, of course you can. I mean, I know he was back in the international break in March. But you've gone a long way without him, you know, and I don't know, I would not pick him.
Yeah, I think that it has to go with players in form, and as we said about Jordan Pickford, Jesse Lingard has served Gareth Southgate well in the past, and I think and that matters to Gareth Southgate. So I think again on that reason alone.
For the forwards, we've got the same 5 names, which I think, you know, are no-brainers in a way. However, on Sunday when we were together at Spurs United and I saw Greenwood coming off the bench for the last 20 minutes, having the impact that he had, I was there thinking, because I had sent my squad already, it's like, wow, imagine him as an impact sub. If he can have the right discipline, and we saw what happened in Iceland with Phil Foden and all of that, but you know, if he's in the right state of mind and if he listens and the right attitude, you can just bring him on for 10 minutes and he can just change the game.
Yeah, it's a big call on Greenwood, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
It's I mean, you have a lot of like goal quality in that squad. You've got Kane, you've got Rashford, you've got Sterling, you've got calvert-lewin.
Yeah.
You know, and if you go with Mason Mount as well, who scores a lot of goals. Even Bukayo Saka scores a lot of goals. So I don't think they're lacking that firepower, but you've certainly got a player that would take teams by surprise, you know, almost like Rashford in Euro 2016. That kind of, that potential match winner, but he won't get in. There's no way that Southgate will pick him, I don't think. But I think you're right. I think he's definitely got the ability to be that kind of joker in the park, but I just don't see Southgate going that way.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.